Thank you very much, Francis. Dr. Thomas, of course, indicating there that it's very difficult to gauge at this point where the numbers will be in the next few days, in the next few weeks. But certainly the South African government are doing all it can at this point to ensure that there's no further spread of COVID-19. So let's take a look at those numbers. The National Institute for Communicable Diseases has released a new hotline for clinicians. That number on your screen, 0800 111131. Let's try that again, 0800 111131. So that line is for doctors only. So in addition to 0800 029 999, 0800 029 999. The public can also contact the public hotline number on 0800 111132. So let's move on to another story now. We'll continue to chat with Ms. Conradie, and you would remember that there was a ship that had left the port of Durban on Monday. Now, this was a day after President Cyril Ramaphosa had indicated that there was no need for non-essential travel, and earlier this week we spoke to the KwaZulu-Natal Premier Sihle Zikalala, and he basically said they were looking at quarantining the passengers on their return to Durban. They returned this morning. Anita Conradie was on board that cruise liner with her husband, and she joins us once again. Anita, apologies, we had to cross to that live briefing by the World Health Organization. Let's continue with our discussion. So you were saying that a day before you left for that trip, you were not informed by the cruise liner company that there were restrictions that were being put in place.
Yes, we were not informed about that. They said the cruise is going to proceed as normal. We do not need to worry about anything. All procedures are in place. We have to go ahead to board the ship and to leave the harbour. And as we sat there the day on the morning which the ship was going to cruise out on the 16th, we sat and still there was no communication regarding to say that we're not allowed to leave. We kept asking staff around the ship, reception everywhere, is it fine if we leave? And they all said, yes, they have permission, we can go.
All right, so they said they had permission, you can go. So while you were on the cruise, I understand that you had access to the internet, so you saw what was going on. So you earlier told me that that is when the panic started to set in.
Yes, because you don't have communication, I had to board the data package, to get access to my emails and things, and then I had access to the internet, to Facebook, and I saw everything coming on. I Googled the news and I saw the post coming through, the minister saying we're not allowed to go out of the harbour. Family, friends sending us messages to say, listen, this is the screenshots that was taken, and you have big trouble, you're going to be under quarantine, all these things. When we spoke and we asked the guys at reception again, listen, what's going on? They said, no, they had a meeting, everything, we don't need to panic, everything is in order, we can continue our cruise without any stress. We will be able to get off the ship. And then just after that, because I told them as well, listen, but we've been checking the news in the TV, in the rooms, and it says there to us, we can see everything. There's a problem. And the next thing, the internet was switched off. We didn't have any access to the channels that was giving us the news at that stage, and also the data package internet that I had and other people as well on the cruise ship then was dead. We couldn't access our Facebook or emails in that period of time. It was about 12 hours. So yes, I think they really tried to keep it.
Anita, apologies, I'm trying to get through as much as I can. So when you arrived in these various countries, you were not allowed to get off the ship, I understand. A part of the package says that you will then walk around in these various countries where you dock. You did not get off the ship at all.
No, we didn't get off the ship at all. They told us the swell was about 2 meters high. The weather conditions is not fine. Now, this is not the first time that we've cruised on the ship. We've done it last year, so we know the waves were not the problem. And we already said, people said, this is not the reason. This is definitely because of the virus. That we're sure that is the reason we can't go onto the island. It's because of that. And that morning, even they dished out all the paperwork for us to go to the island to do our excursions, and we did the drill and everything. And we were then told we will be refunded for the excursions that we've booked. That was fine, and immediately the ship turned around with quite a speed, sailed away. It wasn't cruising. And I said to my husband, why does it go so fast? Why didn't they cruise? Because we were going to sit here on the island for the whole day. Why rush out away from the island? So I'm not sure what's the reason there. But yes, we didn't go onto the island at all. Nobody went onto the island.
All right. I want to talk about, Anita, when you arrived. There was a lot of speculation about what was going to happen when you arrived back in the country. What happened when you docked at the harbour in Durban? Were all of you screened?
Well, we had the temperature screening done as we walked out. We had staff spraying our hands. We were having to fill in medical information, that we have temperatures, that we had coughing, any various symptoms, that we had a Department of Health type of form that we completed. That was the screening that was done, and the temperature test. No other screenings were done. It was only those two screenings that was done.
Did they perhaps say they will contact you in the next coming days? Did you leave your particulars if they wanted to contact you in future?
Yes.
All right.
They said they will, we gave all our information. They got our home addresses and everything where we stay. So we had to fill in exactly where we stay. And they didn't say they're going to phone us to check up on us. They didn't tell us that. We just complete everything.
Yeah. Anita, thank you very much indeed for your time. I'm afraid we've run out of a moment. And obviously, Anita Conradie speaking to us there here on SABC News. She was one of the passengers on that ship that docked at the Durban harbour this morning. It was the ship that left South Africa, or the Durban, the port of Durban, a day after President Cyril Ramaphosa had declared that there should be no unessential travel basically taking place. The Premier of KwaZulu-Natal had earlier said there's a possibility that they would all be quarantined, but it seems like they've all just received screening while they're back into the country, and they're now all back into their communities. Thank you very much, Anita, for speaking to us. Time for sport now.